The person who cannot admit a loss, even to themselves. The psychology of self-denial in financial decisions. In financial markets, losses are inevitable. Yet for some individuals, the real damage is not the financial loss, it is the inability to acknowledge it. This is not simple optimism. It is a deep psychological defense mechanism rooted in cognitive biases, identity protection, and emotional avoidance. 1. Cognitive dissonance. When reality threatens identity. The concept of cognitive dissonance, introduced by Leon Festinger, explains what happens when reality conflicts with self-image. If someone sees themselves as rational, intelligent, skilled at investing, a financial loss creates internal tension. If I lost money, maybe I was wrong. If I was wrong, maybe I'm not as competent as I thought. To reduce this discomfort, the mind rewrites the narrative. It's only temporary. The market is manipulated. Everyone else is wrong. Denial protects identity. 2. Loss aversion. Pain is stronger than logic. Behavioral economists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky demonstrated through prospect theory that losses hurt roughly twice as much as equivalent gains feel good. This asymmetry creates emotional paralysis. Instead of realizing the loss, individuals may hold losing positions indefinitely, refuse to check portfolio values, avoid financial statements, delay selling in hope of getting back to break-even. The mind chooses emotional comfort over rational action. 3. The sunk cost fallacy. Once time, money, and ego are invested, walking away feels like admitting failure. The sunk cost fallacy convinces people, I've already lost so much, I can't quit now. If I sell, the loss becomes real. But in reality, the loss is already real. Refusing to act simply postpones acceptance. 4. Ego defense mechanisms. Psychologically, denial functions as a defense mechanism. Instead of confronting poor timing, overconfidence, incomplete research, emotional decision-making, the individual externalizes blame. The system is rigged. The government caused this. It's just bad luck. Blame shifting protects self-esteem. 5. Identity fusion with the investment. Sometimes the asset becomes part of personal identity. A specific stock becomes a belief. A cryptocurrency becomes a worldview. A real estate decision becomes a life statement. Admitting the loss feels like admitting, I was wrong about who I am. This makes self-admission psychologically threatening. 6. The hope trap. Hope is powerful. In moderation, it sustains long-term investing. In excess, it distorts judgment. Investors may reinterpret every minor rebound as confirmation. See? I knew it would recover. This proves I was right. Hope delays acceptance. 7. Avoidance behavior. Common patterns include not opening brokerage apps, ignoring account notifications, refusing financial discussions, changing the topic when money is mentioned. Avoidance reduces short-term anxiety, but increases long-term damage. 8. The compounding cost of denial. When losses are not acknowledged, risk management disappears. Capital remains trapped. Emotional stress accumulates. Decision-making deteriorates. Ironically, the refusal to admit a loss often leads to larger losses. Conclusion. The person who cannot admit a loss, even to themselves, is not weak. They are human. Their silence is often an attempt to protect ego, identity, social image, emotional stability. But in markets, maturity is not measured by how often you win. It is measured by how quickly you can say, I was wrong. Because in investing, losses are tuition. Denial only increases the price.